guitar part.
Hello everyone, welcome to Bad Art with Ian. I'm your host Ian, and currently you're watching me draw my first ever gag cartoon. So for those of you guys who don't know, a gag cartoon is basically a one-panel cartoon or comic strip. So think of The Far Side, back from like when I was a kid. That's the most popular one I can think of. There's other ones that are, I guess, popular now, but product of my generation. I really don't read the paper anymore, but I think the Family Circus does gags. I don't know if all the time, just one panel. I think I have one on my fridge that my mother-in-law sent me, and that is my entire base of reference for that. But anyway, this is my first gag cartoon. So as you know, I've been drawing for a little bit now, and I've always wrestled with the idea of making cartoons. And at first I did like your traditional, well, there's my shoulder. Sorry about that. I think there's actually quite a few shoulder shots in here. Let me apologize now. But anyway, so I'd always wrestled with the idea of doing a cartoon comic strip, and I'd always start and then stop because I don't know, I'd come up with like cool characters and ideas, and then just my ADD would kick in, or just whatever. I'd get bored with it and I wouldn't want to stick with the characters. I really just wanted to tell the jokes. And so I figured, oh, this is, a great workaround. Plus, it's less work because there's no real characters, and it's less work because it's literally just one panel. So that was pretty cool. So I started off using my light box. Basically, this is done on smooth Bristol board. I think I'm using 9x12. Yeah, that sounds right. And I did the original sketch just on 8.5x11 printer paper, and transferred it over with my light box, light panel. Oh, it's really thin, so I have a hard time calling it a light box. But it is what it is. You saw it at the beginning. And now I am just going over and inking it with my brush. For this one, I did not have my, Winsor & Newton? Did I get that one right? Yeah, Winsor & Newton Series 7, number 2 sable hair brush. I did not have that one. And the reason I didn't have that one, for those of you who have this brush, I'm sure maybe you'd do the same thing, but like I had to order it from Europe. I think it actually came in from Sweden, and I ordered it like the end of January, and I got it near the end, like 3 weeks into February. And this video was actually made quite a while ago. I've been taking my sweet time getting around to recording the audio for it. But anyway, so I just had like a brush I got over at Hobby Lobby that I think is also Winsor & Newton, but it's like their doo-doo series, and it says it's a 2, but it's not, because it's obviously a lot smaller bristle widthy thingamabob there. So yeah, it's not as thick, and so later on when I'm blacking in the silhouette, it's super painful. And so luckily for you, you don't have to live through my torture, and I show a bit of it, but then cut to the end. However, doing like the eyes on the snail was really easy because it was really thin. And yeah, so anyway, so this is me making my first comic. Basically, I've done about 4 now, 4 or 5. One of them is drying up on the wall because it seems to take forever for that ink to dry. But anyway, I've made about 4 or 5 now, and this is the first one. And my goal is to make about 50 this year, and so about one a week. And the reason is I want to kind of build up a little bit of portfolio for 2 reasons. One, so I can send it into a cartoon syndicate. So for those of you guys that don't know what that is how your cartoonists get into like the newspaper or holiday cards and stuff like that. That's how you see cartoons traditionally. There's a great documentary called something. Oh geez, it was on my Netflix forever. Stripped. That's it. Stripped. Great documentary called Stripped, and they go into real fine detail. But basically, it's an agent or a publishing company for cartoons, and so you send them the cartoons, and they find your buyers, and then that way they're the middlemen. Where with today's web comics and stuff, a lot of that's been cut out. So that's why the second reason I want to make 50 is so that even if I don't get picked up by a syndicate, because I probably won't, I'll have a nice backlog to do a web comic and just publish them on the web. And hopefully the 8 people that watch these videos will go there and like them and spread the word. And one day I'll make tens of dollars, and maybe go from a full-time job I'll probably just keep a full-time job. I'm just being realistic. So anyway, this video is gonna wrap up here soon. I'm gonna try in the future to really make more of these. Like I said, my goal is to make 50 comics, and my goal is kind of make 50 videos this year, so that's one a week. I'm gonna count the first 3 from this channel, which I think the first 2 from this channel technically came out at the end of last year, but I'm gonna count them in the spirit of 2017. I'm gonna count them for this one. So 50 videos, 50 comics. Hopefully, I'll grow from 6 or 8 viewers to like 25, 30, real big time stuff, real big, really gonna, I'll be on the Reddits and the subreddits and the I don't even know what that is, but I've heard it's cool and it's what you want to do. So anyway, this is finishing up here. Here's that painful part with the black. When I do, I'm not gonna wait till I get all 50. When I do have like 15 or 20 comics, I will start putting them up on the domain I bought. And so when that happens, I'll let you guys know and then you can check them out. But I just really don't want to start publishing and then stop and let people down. So anyway, here's to making more videos, here's to making more comics, and having a great 2017. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry I was a little rambly, but that's just kind of my thing, and I think you're used to it. So thank you very much. Bye.